Sunlight streamed gently through the white curtains, casting a soft golden glow inside your spacious bedroom. There was calm, the silence filled only by the distant chirping of birds and the rhythmic ticking of the wall clock. You had just woken up but didn't rush to leave the bed. Slowly sitting up, you padded across the room barefoot toward the full length mirror by the window. Wearing Jungkook's oversized black shirt that hung loosely on your frame, you stood quietly looking at yourself. Your fingers moved slowly, delicately over your stomach, caressing your small but precious baby bump, barely visible but deeply felt. Good morning, baby. Mama loves you so much already. I hope you slept well inside. You know what? You giggled, softly pressing a kiss to your fingers and then placing them on gently on your belly. Appa is gonna spoil you like crazy. He already does, doesn't he? I thought I was the spoiled one. A familiar deep voice came from behind, followed by the feeling of warm, strong arms wrapping around you. You let out a gentle sigh as Jungkook pressed himself behind you. Jungkook, you breathed, leaning back into his chest. He rested his chin on your shoulder and smiled softly. You look so beautiful like this, glowing. I can't believe you're going to be parents. 3 months already, you whispered. Even if it doesn't show much, I can feel the change. He placed a gentle kiss on your neck. Thank you for carrying our baby. Thank you for giving me a family, a reason to come home. You always had a home cook with me. You turned your head slightly to see his face. His eyes glistened with affection as he held your waist tighter. I'll do anything to keep you and the baby safe. You two are my whole world now, mine. You smiled the moment warm and full of love. A few seconds passed in silence before you said, come on, let me make breakfast today. I'm craving omelette with cheese and toast. Jungkook shook his head and gently pulled you away from the mirror, guiding you toward the door. No way. I will take care of breakfast. From now on, you will only rest, smile, eat, sleep, and keep our baby healthy, okay? You pouted slightly. I'm pregnant, Jungkook, not made of glass. He chuckled, brushing your hair back from your face. I know, but still, I want you to be happy, be healthy, do your yoga, meditate. Stress is not welcome in this house, especially not around my baby. You blinked at him, heartful. My baby? Okay, our baby. He grinned, holding your hand and planting a kiss on your knuckles. But if they end up being clingy, I know how to blink. You poked his chest. Exactly. He smirked. As he led you down the grand staircase, his hand never left yours. The morning light spilled through the tall windows of the mansion. The marble floor cooled beneath your feet. You both entered the open kitchen where the smell of fresh bread and fruits already lingered from the early preparation. Jungkook helped you sit on one of the velvet stools near the breakfast table. Stay no helping, just admire your handsome chef. You giggled watching him as he rolled up the sleeves of his shirt, tied an apron around his waist, and began cracking eggs into a bowl. The sight of your Mafia husband tattoos showing hair messy from sleep, a little flour now on his cheek as he sliced bread. How did I get so lucky? You whispered to yourself, then looked up and said it louder. Thank you, God, for giving me such a loving and caring partner. Jungkook glanced back and raised a brow. Talking to God about me? You grinned. Yeah, told him I love you. He brought the plate over and sat beside you, sliding the omelette and toast in front of you. Then, to your surprise, he picked up the spoon and held it out towards your lips. Open your mouth, Mama. You laughed softly, cheeks warming. Seriously? Feeding my queen and my baby. Now open up. You opened your mouth, letting him feed you with a happy heart. The two of you laughed, talked, and shared that morning like it was made of gold. No chaos, no enemies, no shadows of the mafia, just jungle wild and the new life growing inside. And in that moment, nothing else mattered. After feeding you the last bite of toast, Jungkook wiped your mouth gently with a tissue. and place the plate aside. You liked it, he asked, rubbing your back softly. You smiled, rubbing your small belly. I loved it, Chef Jungkook. He chuckled, pressing a kiss on your forehead. Okay, now I'll go change. I have to leave for the office. There is an urgent meeting with my team about the new shipment. You nodded and leaned back comfortably on the chair. Okay, go get ready, Mr. Mafia. I'll clean the table. He immediately turned around, narrowing his eyes. No, you sit right there. Don't move. The maid will take care of it, promise me. You raised your hands in surrender. Okay, okay, I promise. Good girl, he said with a proud smile before walking towards the stairs. You smiled, watching his broad back as he climbed up. He looked so serious and warm, always caring for you and the baby. You placed a hand over your stomach again and whispered, Appa is scared to the world, but he is our teddy bear, right? Jungkook walked into the bedroom, loosening the apron as he threw it on the couch. He pulled open the wardrobe, unpicked his dark grey shirt, his hands moving swiftly, his fingers buttoned up with focus, and he slid on his trousers quickly. He stood in front of the mirror, fixing his sleeves. That's when he noticed your phone vibrating on the side table near the mirror. You had left it there earlier after talking to the baby. He glanced at it absent-mindedly but froze when a message popped up. Hello, Pretty. Your husband went to the office. Jungkook's brows furrowed. Daniel, he whispered under his breath, staring at the name. He had never heard of a Daniel in your life. His sharp eyes watched the message notification disappeared slowly before he could look away. Another message popped up. Tell me, I'm excited to have fun talking with our baby. His jaw clenched. Our baby? He repeated, voice low and cold. His reflection in the mirror changed. His eyes darkened. His chest tightened with a sudden unknown feeling. Was it anger or something worse? He let out a long breath, slowly balling his fists as he looked down again at the locked screen. He could easily pick up the phone and check who this Daniel was. One swipe and he could read the chat. But he didn't. He just stood there staring. I trust her, he whispered, trying to calm himself. Ryan would never. But even his voice had a shake. He turned his eyes back to the mirror, now buttoning his breastmost with a stiff face. His lips were pressed tightly. The happy husband from earlier was gone now. He looked like the dangerous Mafia king the world feared. Still, he didn't say anything. He wore his dark coat over his shirt, fixed the collar, and took one last look at your phone. I'll ask her calmly, he told himself, though his heart was far from calm. He turned around and walked out of the room. Just seconds after Jungkook left the bedroom, your phone lit up one more time and then all the messages disappeared. Deleted. You were still sitting on the stool when Jungkook came down. He didn't say anything at first. You looked up and smiled. You look so handsome, babe. Mafia boss mode on? He gave a small smile, not as warm as usual. Yeah, I'm heading out. Okay, you said, walking to him slowly and fixing the collar of his coat with your hands. Be safe, alright? He stared at your face, your eyes, your smile. He wanted to ask, he wanted to say, who is Daniel? But the way you looked at him with love, the way your hands gently touched his chest, made him stop. He placed a hand on your belly, rubbing it slowly. Take rest, okay? He said softly. You nodded. I will. Yoga and meditation, I remember. He leaned down and kissed your lips gently, but something about it felt a little distant. I'll call you after the meeting, he said. Love you, you whispered. He paused, then replied, love you too, and just like that he left. Jungkook stepped into his black Range Rover, his jaw still tight. As the door closed, silence filled the car. He didn't start the engine yet. He leaned back on the seat, eyes closed for a second. Daniel, he muttered again. He opened his eyes and took out his phone, typing something quickly. Jano, I want a background check on someone named Daniel. Fast, no mistakes. He wants to press send button, but he didn't. As he doesn't want to doubt you, he thought it was a wrong text and deleted the text he typed. The loving husband was still there, but under the soft heart, the Mafia king had started to wake up. After Jungkook left, you were clearing the table when suddenly the doorbell rang. Coming, you called out. You walked over, fixing your hair a little, and opened the door. Your smile froze a bit in surprise. Lucy? You blinked. Your stepsister stood there with a bright smile, stylish sunglasses on her head, and a small suitcase behind her. Surprised to see me? She asked, throwing her arms around you in a big hug. You hugged her back politely. Yeah, I didn't expect you. You came again. You were here just 3 months ago. Lucy stepped inside without waiting for your invitation and dropped her handbag on the couch. Like it was her own place, she sat down, crossing her legs confidently. Well, she flipped her hair. Am I not allowed to come to my lovely sister's home? He forced a smile and sat across from her. No, it's not like that. I just thought you must be busy with your schedules. You told me you had modeling projects abroad. She smirked, looking around. I do have schedules, but what's more important than meeting my sweet sister, who is pregnant? She leaned forward. I postponed everything for you, Wine. Your eyes softened. That's sweet of you, Lucy. Really, thank you. Before he could speak more, the maid came and politely said, Miss Lucy, let me show you your guest room. Lucy stood up and gave you a kiss on your cheek. Can't wait to spend time with you. But as soon as she turned away from you and followed the maid, her sweet smile turned dark. In her mind, she whispered, Van, I'm not here for you. I'm here to take everything that should have been mine. Jungkook, a Mafia king, deserves someone hot, bold and perfect, not a boring basic wife like you. The front door opened with a soft click. You turned from the kitchen with a bright smile. Jungkook, you're home? He walked in, loosening his tie. His face was still serious from work and from the thoughts that had been haunting him all day. Before he could answer, Lucy rushed forward with a dramatic smile. Brother-in-law? She sank, flipping her hair. Jungkook paused, blinking. Oh, hi. Lucy smiled too brightly. You look so handsome. Office dress suits you. He gave a tight nod and walked past her without any reaction. Where is mine? He walked out with the rice bowl. I'm right here. We are ready for dinner, you added, setting the table. You three sat down together at the table. The air felt slightly off, but you didn't notice it. While you were talking about the food, Lucy's hand slid under the table. She picked up her phone and typed something, a smug smile on her lips. Just then she looked at you and said, Wine, can you bring that spicy sauce from the fridge? You know which one I like? You smiled. Sure, Lucy. Jungkook was about to get up. I'll get it. You waved your hand. No. I'm not 8 months pregnant yet, Jungkook. Let me do it on my own. Sit. You walked off cheerfully. But that's when it happened. Your phone buzzed right on the table. Jungkook's eyes were drawn to it instantly. Another message. Same name. Hey Hottie, I booked a table for us in BTS hotel. Also a suite for us. You told me your sister's home. So let's meet there and enjoy. The spoon in Jungkook's hand dropped. The metal clanged against the plate. His jaw clenched, his eyes went dark, his heart was pounding with betrayal and rage. Lucy peeked at him and smirked secretly. Finally, she thought, let the fun begin. You came back with the sauce, smiling. Here you go. Jungkook stood up suddenly. I'm full, he said coldly, pushing his chair back. You looked confused, but you barely ate. I said I'm full, he said again, this time sharper. Then without looking at you, he walked away and disappeared upstairs. You stood there blinking, your face smile fading. What happened to him? Lucy leaned on her hand, pretending to be confused. Maybe work stress, she said with a fake worry. You slept peacefully, curled on your side with a small smile on your lips, hand resting gently on your baby bump. You didn't know the storm that had started in Jungkook's mind. But he didn't sleep. Jungkook sat on the edge of the bed, staring into darkness. His eyes were open, jaw tight, chest heavy. He kept replaying those messages in his head. Our baby, scoot for us, party. He looked down at you, sleeping so peacefully, his heart ached. His mind screamed, Wine, please, tell me it's not true. Next morning, you walked into the kitchen with sleepy eyes, smiling softly when you saw Jungkook already dressed up for office, but something was off. You walked over and placed your hand on his arm. Good morning, he said with a soft smile. Jungkook didn't look at you, he simply nodded. Morning. You blinked. You okay? Yeah, he said shortly and moved away, grabbing his coffee cup without even looking at you. He walked past you, your eyes followed him, confused. Why is he acting so distant suddenly? No forehead kiss, no usual eat well baby, just cold. You walk to the doorway. Jungkook, is everything okay? Are you mad at me? He grabbed his blazer and turned to you for a second. I'm just busy, Wine, don't overthink. And then he walked out, leaving you standing there, hurt. Later that day, you wore a soft blue floral dress and got ready to go out. You had to go to meet someone who offered baby care support. It was a quick errand. As you walked down, Lucy was sitting on the couch, scrolling through her phone. She looked up with her usual fake smile. Where are you going? All dressed up. You grabbed your purse, just outside some work. I'll be back soon. Lucy tilted her head and smirked. Alright, have fun. You didn't notice the evil in her eyes, but she knew where you were going. At the office, Jungkook was in his chair, staring at the same document for the last 10 minutes. But he wasn't reading it, he couldn't. His mind was filled with those damn messages, that one message. Suit for us, your sister's home, let's enjoy. His hands clenched, just then his phone buzzed again. A message from Lucy, he opened it. A picture loaded. It was you, sitting with a guy in a cafe, coffee mugs in front, both smiling. Jungkook's face turned red with anger. Who the hell is that guy? He whispered. His heart hurt, but then it got worse. Half an hour later, another message. This time a photo. It showed you behind that same man on a bed. His shirt off, your face blurry, but the pose looked intimate. Jungkook's eyes widened, his heart stopped. What the hell? He screamed, slamming his hand on the table. He threw his phone against the wall. The screen cracked. Everyone outside his office went silent. He stood up suddenly, pulled out his gun, and stormed out. Back at home, Lucy was in the living room humming, painting her nails. The front door burst open. Jungkook stormed in, eyes full of fire. "Lucy," he roared. She jumped, startled. "Yes." He walked straight toward her, gun at his waist, rage burning through him. He pulled out the broken phone from his coat pocket and threw it on the table. "You sent me these pictures," he said. Lucy blinked innocently. "I just thought you deserved to know the truth." "Truth?" he scoffed. "You mean you wanted me to hate my wife?" Lucy swallowed nervously. "Jungkook, Wine is cheating on you. That man in the photo is Daniel, her ex. I told her not to continue the relationship, but she didn't listen. I just didn't want her to lie to you." Jungkook's eyes darkened. He took out his gun and pointed it straight at her forehead. You walked in just then, holding a file in your hand. "Jungkook," you called softly, walking in, but then you froze. When he turned to you, he pointed his gun at you. He was full of anger, frustration, and also confused. You stood frozen, as you never saw him being angry at you, but now he pointed gun at you. Jungkook turned to you furious. "Where did you go?" he shouted. You flinched. I went to meet a baby nurse." "Lie," he yelled. "You went to meet your ex-boyfriend, right?" "Sam, you thought I won't know? What about the messages, huh? The pictures?" Tears formed in your eyes immediately. "Jungkook, no, it's not what you think." He pointed the gun at you now. Your hands trembled. "Please, I didn't do anything. Please believe me." Lucy stood silently, eyes wide but secretly enjoying the pain on your face. Jungkook's hand shook. Your tears fell harder. "I love you, Jungkook. I would never betray you. I don't know who sent those messages, but it's not Daniel. I don't even talk to him." Jungkook looked at you, breathing heavily. Tears formed in your eyes immediately. "Jungkook, no, it's not what you think." He pointed the gun at you now. Your hands trembled. "Please, I didn't do anything. Please believe me." Lucy stood silently, eyes wide but secretly enjoying the pain on your face. Jungkook's hand shook. Your tears fell harder. "I love you, Jungkook. I would never betray you. It's true Daniel was my high school classmate, but he deleted messages and I thought he was sent by mistake. I don't even talk to him." Jungkook looked at you, breathing heavily. Then slowly he turned the gun again back to Lucy. She gasped. "Jungkook, what are you doing?" He stepped closer. "You saved Daniel's number on Wine's phone 3 months ago, right? It was your best friend name. You were spying on me. The moment you found out Wine was pregnant, you created a fake story, used your best friend's number to send flirty messages, deleted them after I saw it, and even edited the pictures." Lucy fell to her knees crying. "Yes," she screamed. "Yes, I did it. I love you, Jungkook. You don't deserve her. She is just a boring housewife. You need a woman like me, hot, strong, and perfect." You stood frozen. Jungkook stepped back. "I'm a fool to ever let you enter this house," he growled. He turned to you and wrapped his arm around your shoulder. Then he looked at Lucy coldly. "But I can never leave my Wine, ever." You slapped Lucy hard across the face. "That's for playing with my life," you said in a shaking voice, "and trying to break my marriage." Jungkook called, "Oh God, throw her out." She was dragged away as she screamed, "You will regret this." You and Jungkook stood silently, tears welled up in your eyes. Again he turned to you. "Why didn't you tell me Sam was threatening you?" he asked softly. You sniffed. "I was scared. I thought you would misunderstand after those Sam messages." He shook his head and hugged you tightly. "Wine, I'm your husband. I love you. I know who you are." You cried again, his chest. "I didn't want to hurt you." He cubed your cheeks. "I was not angry on you, but on Sam. His messages came after Daniel's message every time. I was not angry on you but on Sam and his threatening walls so that you were hiding your pain. I'm sorry, Jungkook. I was scared to tell, though I didn't do any mistake. Actually, Jungkook had beaten up Sam and told him to say sorry to you. That's why you went to meet him. Daniel's message there was a classmate in high school you thought as him, and about deleted messages you thought he texted you accidentally. From now on, no more hiding, no more fears. I trust you. I will always protect you. You nodded, voice breaking. I love you. I love you more, he whispered and kissed your forehead. He placed his hand gently over your belly. Our baby is safe, and that's all that matters. You smiled through your tears. Thank you for watching.